what is happening now, what is happening to us. As an adult, it's really hard to comprehend, like, the hate. There's so much hate. How many chapters have you read?
I don't know.
After I have my daughter, I feel like it's important, especially as a woman, as an Asian, need to stand up, be strong, and also speak out, and let others know that we are not, like, weak.
After the shootings in Atlanta, Katie Ho realized it wasn't enough to just have these conversations with her peers. She wanted her 7-year-old daughter to learn these lessons too. So she brought her to a protest.
When we walked to the subway station, we met this guy. This guy was asking for the sign nicely. And can I have the sign? I said, yes. I thought he's going to use it in the protest. So I said, okay, you can have it. But when we walk away, we saw he's breaking it. He's destroying the sign. So I moved forward and looking at him and say, what are you doing? And he just punched me twice. So it stopped me. I was shocked.
You're under arrest. Okay, here's your...
Racist! Racist!
So I chased him, tried to grab him, at least fight back a little bit, fight back. And then there are other people helping as well, but I twisted my ankle, so he just ran away. I talked to the ambulance guy, and I said, if this incident happening very often right now, he said yes.
But it's hard to quantify how often this is happening, partially because statistics on hate crimes are unreliable, depending on whether people report incidents and whether a police department is even willing to classify something as a hate crime. But a survey of police reports in major US cities suggests that things are getting worse across the country, particularly in New York. And the NYPD ended up creating a task force specifically to deal with it.
We have 25 Asian American detectives who speak 11 different languages. They have a special skill set that includes interviewing, photo arrays, anything related to detective work.
The suspect in the attack against Katie Ho was arrested by the NYPD and charged on 2 counts, both as hate crimes. He pleaded not guilty. The task force is continuing their investigation of the incident, but Lou says that most of these attacks never go reported at all.
A lot of the older Asian Americans still do not want to report it. The younger generation, they're more willing to come forward. They're more willing to make a report and follow through with the prosecution. And they're convincing their parents to do the same. They don't like to cause any issues. They'd rather be left alone. They fear retaliation. They have a language barrier.
Even if some younger Asian Americans are more likely to report a hate crime, not everyone is convinced that the police are the best way to solve the problem. Some activists worry that increasing police presence could be counterproductive, or even dangerous, pointing to the recent incidents of police officers using excessive force when dealing with minorities. Instead, some people would rather see more social services and community groups, like Protect Chinatown.
Cool. So we're gonna turn across the street and turn down there, go up, down past the park, because that street, Christie Street, a lot of things happen down there, for sure.
They're a new nonprofit made up of volunteers that patrols the neighborhood and offers chaperone services to anyone who needs it.
If there were to be an incident, make sure that the goal here is not to fan the flames, it's to de-escalate, it's to diffuse, get the victim out of that situation, make sure everyone is safe, right? We want a safer community.
27-year-old Ricky Yang co-founded Protect Chinatown a couple months ago after seeing the growing number of attacks on his community in his own neighborhood.
What would you write on it?
Having the bad day. Maybe we don't want another bad day, or no more bad days.
And then put bad days in quotes.
I like that.
I grew up here in Chinatown, New York City. It's how I met all of my friends. It's how I met my fiance. And so it really is a large part of me. I think you wake up to Instagram posts of Asian elders just getting pushed, getting stabbed. I think as community members, as local residents, you start to think, like, hey, when is it going to get better? Is it going to happen to our family, our friends? And what can we do about it? And at the end of the day, what we can do is we can spread awareness. We can have initiatives come together to try and restore some confidence and safety in our elders.
So what is our goal? To empower other voices, to give voice to the voiceless, to show the world that we will not stand for injustice and that we will not be silenced.
I feel like parents, their job is nurture, also protect, and also empower their children. We also need to let them know, to sending a message that they need to be strong. I hope different races of people, they can understand each other's history and also celebrate what is different, because that's also the beauty of our city, of our nation. So I have hope that it can be stopped. And after this, I think Asian will be more, speak more and let the voice heard as well.